Hello and welcome to Plus Bug. In the last video, I sowed my chili and tomato seeds. I popped them in a clear plastic bag to germinate. And in 1 week, the seeds have started to grow. In this video, I'll be taking you on the next stage of the journey, which is sewing them on into seed modules, and then from there, putting them into bigger pots. In the first part of the video, I'll be focusing on the tomatoes and the chilies. In the second part of the video, just the tomatoes. I'm not going to talk about the chilies. It's all very traumatic. Keep watching. As soon as your tomatoes and chilies have their first true leaves, it's time to pot them on. I've started off with some modular trays that I've filled with multi-purpose compost, and I'm going to put the chilies and tomatoes into these. Starting off with the chilies. Now, I've not had a very good germination rate with the chilies. Only one lot have grown. But that's to be expected, as most of these were ones that have been in the drawer for quite a few years. But the shop bought ones, Buena Malata, they've come through well, and there are 5 little seedlings there. So all I'm going to do is take the tray and use something. I've got an old rusty nail here that I quite like to use to make some little holes. So once you have your holes, it's just a case of teasing out the chilies. And I'm going to use an old screwdriver for this. So just dig down beside it, being very gentle with it. Okay, so when you've eased them out and the compost is all loose around them, pick them up by the leaf. It's really important you don't pick them up by the stem. The reason being that you can very easily damage the stem. Now, if you damage a leaf, it will continue to grow. If you damage the stem, it's probably going to die. So when you have your seedling, it's quite good when it comes out like this with some compost around it. Just pop it into the hole that you made and then carry on with the rest of them. Okay, just fern them in gently, again being careful of the stems, and I'll put them to one side and give them a water in a moment. Okay. Next is the tomato. Oh, almost forgot. Make sure you put the label in. I'm giving up on the rest of these. I don't think they're going to germinate now, but yeah, never mind. Okay, the tomatoes. So these haven't done too badly. One lot, Antique Roman here. Only one has germinated. One's recently germinated, but I'm not going to worry about that one. Okay, so again, same process. One side. Take your seed tray, make your holes. So I'm going to do the same thing now with the tomatoes as I did with the chilies and gently ease them out of the compost. But I'll be a little bit more cautious because I've got various varieties of tomato here in neat lines. I don't want to accidentally mix them up. So I'm going to start with the Antique Roman, of which there is but one. And again, picking it up by the leaf. There we go. And I'm going to pop it over here. It's fine to go a little bit deeper. Okay, now this time I need to be more cautious and make sure I put the labels in as I'm going along. So Antique Roman there. Okay, the next one up is Tigerella. Pop the label in, and next up we have St. Pierre. Now it's time for Zlatva. Now these haven't grown as big as the other ones, but I'm still going to pot them up and hopefully they'll catch up with the rest. Then we have one called Lemon Tree. Finally, we have Indigo Rose. This is a great one as it's got dark purple fruit and tastes good too. And that's it, just give them a little firm down. Then a good water and pop them inside somewhere warm. And with the wonder of technology, I should now be able to fast forward a few weeks to the next stage, moving on to slightly larger pots. Well, this was supposed to be a video about chilies and tomatoes, but I am abandoning the chilies. My chilies aren't looking good. Now you might be looking at this one thinking, hang on a minute, that chili looks lovely. And it does, it's very healthy, been a little bit nibbled by the slugs, but it's got some buds on there ready to flower and hopefully give me some lovely chilies. But I cheated, I bought it from a shop because the seeds I sowed that I was showing you are looking like that. Decidedly naff. Now, I don't really know why. Well, I kind of do. I sowed them very late and other years I've used a grow lamp. This year I was being very conscious of the fact that my electricity bill was going through the roof. So I didn't use a grow light with them and yeah, they've just sulked. I'm sorry, but they're just good for the compost pile now. Sorry. Feeling guilty. But yeah, this bad boy will hopefully see me with some nice chilies. But yeah, I'm going to stop giving advice on how to grow chilies because clearly I have failed. But the tomatoes are looking much better. And here they are. So they're looking quite good. They're all ready to be potted on. If I'm being honest, I probably should have potted them on a few weeks ago, but they'll soon catch up. So yeah, let's get started. I have here a whole load of old pot noodle pots that I've drilled some holes in the bottom, and they're going to be perfect for potting on these tomatoes. Take whatever pot you're using and fill it about 1/3 of the way full with compost. Now, I'm going to try something new this year. Tomatoes are very hungry plants, so I'm going to put in, if I can get it open, some of this. It is enriched biochar fertilizer and it's all organic. It's a mixture of biochar, mycorrhizal fungi, seaweed and worm casts. So it's all good stuff. So what I'm going to do is just pop, let's say about half a teaspoon's worth into the bottom of the pot here and just mix it up a bit. Now, I've not tried this before, so I don't know if it'll make much difference, but can't hurt to give it a go. Next, just remove the tomato from the cell. It should come out quite easily. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Actually, that's not too bad. I was worried it was going to be quite root bound. Now, the next part might seem a bit counterintuitive. What you're going to do is not plant it level with the top of the pot, but down quite deep. The reason being that where the stem of the plant is in the compost, it will develop additional roots and help feed the plant. Then just top it up with compost. Firm it down and give it a water. Not forgetting to either label it, or the good thing with these old pot noodle pots is that you can just write the name on the outside. Okay, I'll get on with the rest of these. Here's a good example of the stems sending out roots. So this one was going over a neighbouring tomato plant, and where it hit the compost, it sent out all these roots. So by planting it a little bit deeper, that's what you'll be getting. So here they all are. What I'll probably do is I'll put a little stake, a small stick in, and tie them up when they get a little bit bigger than this. And I'll put them inside for now. And the next stage will be planting them up into larger pots still. That'll be a little bit later on in the summer. And yeah, join me for that. That will be the next part of this video series, all about how to grow tomatoes and not chilies. Okay, please join me for that, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye for now.